You ever spend some time working on a project and the entire workspace area gets completely out of disarray? I mean, this place is pretty wrecked. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say wrecked, but it needs some cleanup. The more you work on a project, the more your work area is gonna get messy, and it's just the nature of the beast. That's what's gonna happen. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to clean up. I mean, the floor is pretty nasty over there. I mean, I need to mop it, you know. There's a lot of moisture because the building's not completely sealed. So there's moisture on the engine. The toolbox is a mess. I mean, this is out of control. So I'm gonna fix this as well. I'm concerned about this moisture that's in the engine or on the engine, because if it's on the engine, then it's in there. And race engines tend to, if they sit, they tend to build moisture, which builds rust on internal components. So I need to look into a solution for either like chemical that can be sprayed in there every now and then, or maybe like, I don't know, something. If anybody knows of like a chemical or like a spray or some kind of upper cylinder lubricant thing that you could spray in an engine that would keep it, you know, from like when it sits from like rust and stuff, just like we talked about, just comment it down below and let me know, or tag it or whatever, or message me on Instagram. That way I can go ahead and buy it and have it for the car. But I think that would be cool. That would be a good, like, small goal, would be to put a starter on it and get the switch panel wired up, or get a switch panel wired up and have it to where we can turn it over by hitting a button. I think that would be a really good goal. So that may be another quick goal that we can set up, that we can, you know, I say we because, you know, you guys are watching with me, so it's kind of like you're helping me build the car, you know? And I need to go ahead and organize and clean up so I can set up the treadmill, because 289, baby. Already down in the 280s. Getting out of the 290s really feels good, so I can't wait to get to the next one, which is 270s. So in order to get there, I've got to get this treadmill set up, and I've got to clean up that corner area. I'm gonna turn on my ghetto blaster over there and get to work. All right, so the yellow toolbox is organized. I got the car pretty much like all the tools picked up or whatnot. I do need to like vacuum it out pretty good because it's pretty filthy. I have a big, you know what, let me turn this ghetto blaster down. This thing is blasting. There we go. Now I don't have to be yelling. So anyway, I'm gonna get a vacuum to do all this. I have a little shop vac over there, but it's like the shop's, it's not my personal shop vac. I have a big DeWalt, like super CFM, whatever shop vac. I don't want to blow that out with the air wand or whatever, because it's gonna just go everywhere, and everything's kind of still like damp from the moisture. It's starting to warm up real good. Once I have the vacuum here, I can go ahead and take care of that. Those work, those are good. They need to go in the Magnum. Those are good. They need to get put up where they belong. That needs to go behind the building. And I don't know why I'm keeping it, but 98 to 02 plastic Fbody fuel tanks are, or not 98, sorry, 99 is when they went to plastic. They're kind of hard to get, so I'm gonna save it. In case I need it or somebody needs it, it's there. All right, so toolbox area is done. Floor is pretty much ready to be swept and mopped. All that stuff's out of there. I got everything pretty much put away where it needs to go. So that way this is an accessible area and I can actually get into the car now. However, I still gotta work on this. This is gonna take me hours, and I'm not gonna like time lapse this because this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna knock this out off camera in hopes that I can work on the car some, or try the treadmill out, or do something productive. But this needs to get done like now. All right, that was a lot of work. So I've got all the chemicals where they need to be on the chemical rack with tools. I've got all this cleared out. I still have to figure out a home for some larger pieces like these ramps, these 3 propane jugs, a couple of gas cans. And this buggy, I'm gonna go ahead and like fix it up. I'll probably get a new inner tube for it, because I think this one, no, the other one's flat. Well, there's a bolt that needs to be put in for the handle. And that'd be a pretty good little beach buggy or pier buggy, or the kids can play with it outside. So Need to fix that. But this needs to get swept up, which, ta-da, I already did. But now I can measure from here to here for my backer board for the TV mount. So I can put the TV there so I can watch my fights or whatever. And I want to take a fan, one of those fans over there, not the plastic one, the metal ones. And I want to mount it up top to blow some fresh air down onto the treadmill area. Now I just gotta muscle this big old thing into its home. It's got wheels up front that don't rotate. No wheels in the back, just pegs. So I put a dolly underneath. I'm gonna see how I can push it into its spot. See how that works. Okay. This is working. So I just want to move the front. Woo! That ain't light. That's not light. It took 3 of us to load it where I got it at the thrift store. I think it was Goodwill. Yeah, I may want to move that over some. It's a little far out. There. That's kind of how I want it. Yeah, something like that there, to where I can see the TV if I'm, let's see, if I'm on it. Oh yeah, TV right here, boom. Yeah, this is where it's gonna go. So now I just gotta get the dolly from underneath it. Which means I gotta pick it up. Oh my God. Woo! Oh, that was heavy. Select workout, results you want. Manual, quick start, fat burner, aerobic training, speed intervals, constant heart rate. I'm just gonna hit Manuel, start belt, out current air. Oh no, this worked fine before. It would really stink if I got it, tested it and it worked out fine, and then now all of a sudden, kind of bites, but that's okay. I can fix stuff. I've been known to fix a thing or two. Check it out, it's working. And the reason why it's working is because I looked up the code and it said drive output, or no, it said output current error. And I looked it up and it had something to do with the current level to the drive motor. Well, there's moisture on the engine and there must be moisture on the drive motor, so maybe it just needs to dry out. And I put a fan down there and it's working. That's 5 miles an hour zooming past. I mean, that's, what more do you want? It's working. I call that a win. So I'm cool with that. I didn't even have to take it apart. So now that that's working, and I've pretty much got the shop cleaned up, I can, oh, yeah, almost got me with the old little eraser. Cleaned the shop for real. Check, just gotta mop it. So I gotta put that on the list. Organized shop, done. There we go. Remove rust, that's still up there. I need to amend that. And change what it's gonna say. Let's see. Remove rust from floor pan, plural. Boom, we have that there. Hustle board ain't never let me down. It's always keeping me on track. So I just gotta find a little place for this ladder. This cooler's coming fishing. This chair might come with us. I'm not bringing that. Well, I don't know, I may do a couch and cook. I don't know. That's gotta go to the scrap pile. That's gotta go to Ma Duke's house, because I was gonna throw them out anyway and she'd probably use them. And empty the trash, sweep this up. But I'm happy with that. That's right where I wanted it to be. So now I'm gonna mount that fan probably up there somewhere. I'll probably mount it to that. That way it's blowing straight down. If you're enjoying the videos, make sure you hit that like button. It definitely helps the channel grow. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on another video. I always upload them at 8 o'clock, usually. I'm getting better at the schedule, but Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 8 p.m. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time.